I really should put makeup on. Hello, everybody. This is day 4 post-op, and if you're just kind of randomly watching this, this is post-op for tubal ligation reversal. The swelling is going down just a little bit, but still, it's like the equivalent of if I gained just like 10 pounds of fat just from one day to the next. So even though the swelling has gone down a little bit, it's still pretty noticeable, pretty prevalent. I also forgot to mention in the previous videos that they gave me this breathing, what would you call it, apparatus, breathing tool for people that have had abdominal surgery or anesthesia. It helps you to kind of practice your lung expansion. They want to help you prevent pneumonia or other issues with your lungs. So I haven't been doing very good. They didn't, I don't think that they really set a goal. You see that little arrow? You're supposed to keep the little blue dot right there between those two arrows. But with this one, you're inhaling rather than exhaling. So you have to do it very slow. So I set my goal to right about there. And also keep in mind, I am a former smoker. I just stopped smoking about 3 months ago for obvious reasons. So let's see how well I do. Ready? I can see it from here. Let's see. Not very good. I only got up to 2,000 milliliters. It goes based on milliliters. I don't think there's any real set goal. It's just for you to exercise your lungs. It's funny because my boyfriend's a smoker and he got all the way to the top. Go figure. So yeah, they gave me that. My incision is still pretty, it's numb right around the edges, and I intend for it to stay numb around the edges for a while, just like the way my cesarean did. You also have to keep in mind they sever the nerves when they cut you open, so those nerve endings are going to be kind of funky for a while. If not, they might stay that way for the rest of your life. There's still little bits and pieces and areas around my cesarean where I still can't really necessarily feel, but you know, that's okay. But anyway, it's still got the cover over it. There's a plastic wrap with little steri strips over the incision, and the first day I was too rough on myself, so I kind of soaked them in blood, so I still have the dry blood there. They told me, yes, it will eventually come off, but usually it's within a week that it comes off by itself. If you're taking a hot shower and you know, you accidentally get water on it, warm water on it, and it accidentally peels off, it's okay. Just pull it gently from side to side, not up and down, because you don't want to, you know, tear it open. Upwards. And apply Neosporin with like a sanitized cover over it, like gauze or something. And then just be very, very careful around it. Be very gentle with it, because even though you're pretty much good to go from the inside out, you can still cause yourself to bleed. You can still cause an infection if bacteria gets in there. You can still get bruises and that sort of thing. So it's like with any other surgery, any other deep cut, you still have the same risks. So I should be able to get really up and around maybe here in the next week or so based off of my healing. I tend to heal pretty quickly. I tend to have a somewhat decent pain tolerance, and if everything goes well, I should be able to start trying to conceive around the end of September. Might be too much information, but I got a period 5 days early, which was 1 day before the surgery, And it's been throughout this entire healing process, and it's very light. It's very, what's the word? It feels like a teenage period, basically. It's like smooth and like a nice light red. You know, it's not chunky and brown like the way it usually is, and it's not very, very painful. My original periods were 5 days, and they were very light and predictable, and you know, like nothing. And of course, after the tubal ligation, they were fucking horrible, and 7 days long, and chunky and thick and heavy, you know. So technically, I guess this one's already over, and if that is indeed the case, you know, then that's one cycle out of the way. I'll give myself about 6 weeks to heal, and then that should actually shoot for right after the menstruation in September. So, anyway, it you know, either way, it doesn't really matter. Why is there stuff in here? But yeah, that's roughly September. So roughly September is the goal, and I think that's about all I can think about for day 4 post-op. I'm supposed to check in with my primary care provider in August 9th, and just to see that everything's going okay. So that's about all I can report. I'm doing a hell of a lot better than I thought I was going to be doing. I am a little short of breath because I'm not breathing in heavy like I usually do. And I am still having, you know, some mobility issues because, well, it's only been 4 days. And showering is kind of a pain in the butt because I like really hot showers. And I like for that shower to get every part of me. And I can't have the hot shower necessarily facing towards the incision, you know. So that part does suck. I still do have a little bit of a sore throat right up in here. Oh, and I can smell everything. My boyfriend was washing his hands in the kitchen, way over there. And the moment that he squirted the soap onto his hands, like a second later, I could smell it over here. Which is weird. I have like this intensified smell, and I'm not sure if that has anything to do with hormones, and it's only been 4 days, so that would make no sense. But anyway, I'm smelling everything. That's about it. That's about all I have to report for day 4. So we'll see you next time.